John Brown was one of the few whites in the United States during the first half of the 19th century who was willing to die in order to help eliminate slavery. He was truly a crusader, and he became obsessed during the 1850s with efforts to try to end the practice of slavery. He and his family, especially his sons, worked with him in developing a strategy whereby he wanted to raid Harpers Ferry, where the federal government had an armory, that is, where rifles were stored, and then to give those rifles to slaves who lived in the area of Western Virginia, where Harpers Ferry is located, and incite an uprising against slavery throughout the South. Of course, as you've read about, the raid ultimately failed. Federal forces quickly converged on Harpers Ferry, and they trapped John Brown and his men in the armory, and ultimately captured them and killed several of them in the process. John Brown was eventually hanged in a very dramatic moment in which he spoke eloquently about his desire to end slavery and was willing to die for that purpose. That raid, however, struck fear into the hearts of white Southerners. Rumors of insurrections and rebellions spread rapidly throughout the South in 1859 in the aftermath of the Harpers Ferry raid. And it also led Southerners to become convinced that Northerners were willing to do anything to abolish slavery, including inciting violence and shedding blood. And that fear was one of the primary reasons why the South eventually decided to leave the Union and form the Confederacy in order to preserve and protect the institution of slavery.